Hey guys, Tyrup here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Minsk pocket. Playing for today's spawning in the north, we have SB Bigrat playing as Soviets, and his loadout is guard motor coordination, shock rifle frontline, and Soviet shock army. Teaming up with him is Pierre Delecto playing as US forces.
Fresh conscripts have arrived.
Face off against, oh, straight away locking in Airbourne there. Face off against them in the south, we have VonManteuffel playing as Ostheer, and his loadout is assault support, elite troops, and spearhead. Teaming up with him is ElZocko, also playing as Ostheer, who has spearhead. Oh, we got a selection here. Assault support, okay. Anyway, ElZocko has spearhead, lightning war, and close air support. We might even see double tigers this game, but no elephant. The axis. So, a bit of a deviation from the usual play that we see on Minsk pocket, which is about 80% of the time it's going to be an elephant. There's a nice change of pace already. Machine gun setting up. Soft retreat. Looks like the Pathfinder's going to try to sneak their way around the side of the MG. Re-echelon crawling out of the arc. Looks like we've got a firm line here. Grenadiers holding up behind the heavy cover, trying to hold the territory. The Pathfinders finally worked their way around the corner. Machine gun repositioning. Pathfinder's heading up behind the sight blocker. Bit late bringing in the rifleman though. Should have brought those in earlier. Oh, I forgot to mention ranks, I apologise. The random team. One allied player is around rank 50, the other around rank 80, I believe, and Axis, a ranged team around rank 55. Oh, MG gets decrewed there. Can the Allies capitalise on this? All the US forces, troops being forced away. We've got two squads of conscripts here, but they're outnumbered, and here comes the machine gun. Gets the suppression on there. They have to get out of there. So the Axis maintain control of that machine gun. And it looks like they're about to take double munitions control, so I would say that's success. The early skirmishes for them. See the KD going against the Allies as well. So a bit of a tough start there for the Allies. As I said, Pierre Delecto, he's doing some good things, moving his units around, but just a little bit slow. Should have brought that rifleman that was back here in a lot earlier, ready for when the machine gun faced his Pathfinders. Okay, and look at this. Axis taking a huge chunk of territory on the back of that. They're also pushing on to the Allied fuel here. Not looking good for the Allies in the early game. Tier 2 going down there for Bigrat. Also taking Molotovs earlier. Interesting. Oh boy, slightly late retreat. That is an Ostheer mortar for VonManteuffel. Pierre Delecto a little bit late on his retreats as well. Conserve a couple more models of manpower to retreat a little bit earlier. Nice flank on that machine gun there. Allies poised to take good chunk of territory down the centre. They've got a large force here. Bigrat a little bit slow to mobilise. He's got a lot of low health conscripts now as well. He's retreating. Doesn't have medics back here yet though. So premature retreat. Getting them now. Okay, we've got a captain for Pierre Delecto. Interesting. And he goes immediately into an AT gun. Another bad decision. Not even up against a light vehicle yet. 5 minutes into the game. Unnecessary. Oh, and double LMG Grenadiers here now. Captain has to be careful. The mortar shells dropping too. One model down. And then there goes the captain. These other US Forces squads also super low coming down the center. What is he doing? Where's he going with these? Field first aid there from VonManteuffel. You don't see that too often. Ooh. Big mortar shell. Away they go. Coming up here, ambulance. Okay, fair choice. Back here we have a mortar for bigrat. Not a terrible idea when you're up against two MG42s. It's a reasonable timing to get it at as well. And look at this. Artillery field officer. A very rare unit to see. I feel like it kind of suffers a similar fate to the commissar. Just at the timing that it comes in, the firepower of the squad's just a little bit underwhelming. Hard to base your strategy around it. But, you know, similar firepower to Assault Grenadiers. Just without the 6-man upgrade. No sprint as well, so it can be a little bit harder getting in range. Oh, conscripts trying to get around the corner. MG42 doesn't quite get the suppression off. Grenadiers low as well. And there we go. Allies making some inroads. Oh, big rifle grenade. And he just retreats. Could, unlikely, but could lose that squad on retreat. That's super unlucky. No, doesn't really have anything to hold the line here to allow us more to get these shots off. So soft retreating. Taking a look at. I mean, both of the Axis players have got down their tier 2, but haven't got any light vehicles, so you can see how big of a waste getting that M1AT gun was. And potentially understand getting it against OKW straight away if your builder is like a captain build. But against Ostheer, how much damage can the 222 really do? I suppose the flame half track's a little bit nastier, but still just I think it's worth getting an AT gun before you see a light vehicle. It's Ostheer, double Ostheer. Anyway, tier 3 down for bigrat. Struggling a little bit for manpower though. Got the fuel, but nowhere near the manpower for the T70. Actually, I didn't even notice this. Went for a second squad of combat engineers. That probably explains why he doesn't have enough manpower for that at this stage. Ooh, close fight. The officer takes it, but they both retreat. And Axis in control. They've got 2 VPs about to be in control of double munitions as well. It's looking good for them. So we've got double packs here for the Axis. The Allied light vehicle is going to be coming in a little bit late. In case of Pierre, he hasn't even gone for it. He's gone straight for the pack outs instead. Pretty good evasion on that rifle grenade. And then comes the Molotov. Away go those Grenadiers. Treats the pyres as well. Oh, Packowie coming in. Pretty good hit. Should maybe not close the distance with the rifleman squad here. Oh, and he just lets it die. And Pigrins pop out of the building, try, yep, grab the bar away, and here we go. Pierre loses the squad. No real point in close in distance when you have a pack howitzer back here to get that squad out of the building. Force away the mortar with the pack howie though. Does have pathfinders. Where are they? Can use them for the sight that they have. Or spot these long range. Then utilize your pack howie. Can also use this sniper's nest to see over these fences to spot as well. We do have an Opal Blitz back here on the fuel. This is ramping up their fuel production. It's only for VonManteuffel though, it doesn't affect his allies. And the paratroopers tried to drop behind enemy lines, but that did not work out well for them. They took a beating. Now barred up squads charging for his pack howie, trying to get rid of the machine gun, but taking a little bit too long, and he's gonna lose another squad. Oh man, that is so lucky to escape. And come the artillery field officer models, and oh, good pack howie shot. Away you go, Captain. Pierre just needs to let the pack howie do the work a little bit more. Maybe, you know, use the pack howie, get the team weapon to force to move, and then strike while it's packed up, rather than just charging in while it's still going to work, still set up. And he needs to be a little bit more careful on his retreat timings as well. Looks like we're seeing Bigrat go straight on past tier 3, no light vehicles for him. Going into tier 4, fair choice at this stage in the game. Still think he could have gone for the T70 at around the 10-minute mark. But he's up against double packs. And I suppose by the Axis rather, going for double packs and their allies not having any light vehicles. It's kind of just a wasted pop cap.
Time to unleash our heavy tanks.
243 greens here. Rifle grenade in onto the mortar actually. Does decent damage, only one model down though. And it looks like they're really focusing down their mortar rather than the conscripts. That's interesting. It's out of the pool of flames from the Molotov. That flamer combat engineer doing some big damage. The Grenadiers get forced off. I think it's because, you know, these conscripts hit vet too. And their combat bonuses there. Oh. That's the heavy mortar barrage from the artillery officer. Bring out the AT gun back there. That's it's a bit vulnerability. Ooh. Conscript's got to be careful there. Super clumpy, just outright retreats. And let's resist next. Oh wow. MG bunker here for VonManteuffel. We do have the tools here to destroy it. Back howie and the AT gun. The Panzer IV coming across now. Oh, it's a mine. AT gun gonna try pounce on that? Maybe. His teammates, pioneers, are nearby, but those mine criticals, you have to repair back to full to remove them, unlike the AT grenade snares where you just have to get to 75%, so you can't just repair it for a tiny second and get rid of the engine damage. AT gun on the chase down. Pathfinders could provide the sight. So you might get one more shot off though. And it doesn't even manage that. And now under the threat of some planes, going to be the strafing run from assault support. Half grenade in, good dodge. So these, well, it's just one plane actually, and it does a lot of suppression but not too much damage. loiter. G43's outnumbered here. Just another rifle grenade. And now they have it too. Taking a look back here at the tech. A Panther coming in for VonManteuffel. Got tier 3 down for ElZocko, but still a decent chunk of fuel away from his next vehicle. And here comes the Panther. Last pass from the strafing run. Calling in the heavy mortar barrage once again. I didn't realise that there was only 40 munitions. That's pretty good for that cost. There we go, Panther getting busy. Gonna inflict a little bit of damage. Doesn't have the machine gun upgrade yet though, so I'm not going to be doing too much here. Be careful that Panther doesn't come forward to snipe the ambulance. Back on the other side, we've got a KV-8 from bigrat, an unusual choice. Backed up by only one Zis, it's a little bit risky. Let's hope his positioning of that Zis is very strong. He does have a few mines down, he's got a lot of conscripts, the snares as well, but this is a bold choice, the KV-8. Backfire very easily. Oh, conscripts in a bit of trouble. There they go. Before backing all the way back. And Panther switching sides. Is this... oh, what's it doing? Repositioning. Gonna get some shots in here. Bouncing the first one. Conscripts not coming in. They already threw this grenade, so that squad's not much use. Has to retreat anyway. Beacon's charging down the center. Flame will open now. Oh, he's gonna lose it. Artillery field officer down there. Beacon's also getting forced away. Some bazookas coming down the side. Double zooks. So we have a fuel cache down here for ElZocko. And now the Allies starting to fight back. We've actually got a second pack howitzer for it. Pierre Delecto as well. And VonManteuffel's team weapon's got to be careful. In fact, it looks like he's lost his machine gun. It's been stolen by Pierre. G42 trading hands. Also lost one of his grenadiers. Those pack allies can be a while before they get those hits going, but once they do, they are lethal. But perhaps a little bit too much respect here shown by the Panther. Could do a lot of damage, especially if the bazookas are not around. Only back at base. KV-8 runs into the P4, but the Zis is there to back it up. That being said, I haven't really seen much AT gun action on the Axis so far. Just kind of been sitting around doing nothing. Haven't really been contributing to these fights on the flank at all.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Before licking its wounds. Ooh, big damage. Okay, there we go. Pack finally getting involved. It's 2 shots in. Oh, and takes a Faust as well. Pathfinder's charging down the middle, but don't outmaneuver the machine gun despite the enhanced line of sight.
Tank destroyer is ready for
A
orders.
little bit clumsy there from Pierre, but he might be able to crawl past. Maybe not. Oh, no, Panther's not coming across. And the bazookas. Pierre does have a Jax now, so that's going to help him tame the Panther. And the Panther bouncing both the bazookas. And here comes the Jackson and the M1. Jackson trying to attack ground, get rid of the teller. Ooh, and the M1 penetrating. Didn't even activate the AP ammo. Lucky break there for Pierre. And I suppose the answer here for VonManteuffel has to be the Werfer. But it looks like he's saving for a Tiger. If it'll be a safe way to get rid of all these team weapons from afar. Oh, G43 is charging forwards. Could take down the paratroopers here. Yep, there we go. Para's down. And not enough support here for these team weapons from the infantry. But here comes the KV-8. His teammate coming across to assist. Even though these are random teammates. I see a bit of cooperation here. Oh, Soviet mortar getting in there for some damage. Vet 2. And the Axis push comes to an end. Axis and Allies, I'd say they're reasonably even at this stage. You can see now, after the call-in of the Tiger, army sizes pretty similar. Similar story once ElZocko gets his Tiger. 20 fuel away from that. But the Axis do have about a 200 VP lead at this stage, so I've got that to sit back on. You can see the Pathfinders here giving long-range sight information. And the pack hours to go to work. Oh, looks like he's busting them up with the white phosphorus. Some pretty good work here, but here comes the Tiger and the Panther. A T-gun and Jackson moving into position. Panther focusing the Jackson, Tiger focusing the rear echelon with the bazookas. Bazookas going down fast, almost die right there. The Panther taking a licking. Once again, very lucky penetrations from Pierre. Okay, now he activates the AP ammo. Pack is there. Jackson chasing in. Got to be careful. Pack connecting. Pack taking heavy damage now though from the barred up squads. We got some action in the middle as well. No, not quite yet. Most the action over here. Pack gets decrewed. Jackson could come back in now. M1 pushing up behind this. Tiger pulling back. And VonManteuffel took a hammering there. He lost his Grenadier as well, just on retreats. He is down in the dumps in terms of infantry after that battle. Still has the most important stuff though, and 2 Pioneers for repairs. Oh, KV-8 getting the Grenadier killed there. Stuck around to get a rifle grenade off. Did not pay off at all. Panther 4, and Tiger charging down the middle, but no minesweepers. Tiger hits a mine. ElZocko going for another squad of Grenadiers here. He's lost a couple now. Oh boy, what's he doing? Leaving his Panther 4 out there. Allowing it to take engine damage. Jackson coming across. Looking for the kill. Panther coming forwards to assist. Zis pushing up. Back here as well. Except the P4 is going to be able to make it home. That was a little bit sloppy. So this is good. Continuing on the charge forwards. Not much here to stop it. Tiger's going to post up for some damage. Could lose the Zis now. If the Tiger gets the lucky hits in. G43's finished the job. Could destroy that now with the pack. Or could go for the steal. Looks like he's going to go for the destroy. Nice pick off there. Oh, but here comes the IS-2. Oh, sorry. Panther is there. And there goes the Zis. Tiger back up to full, doing some damage on the far flank.
Armor here.
Jackson coming back across now to assist. Top of the M1. Important he doesn't lose that. It's got the Vet 1, can use the take aim ability. Bazooka's in the building. Oh, AT gun goes down to the Tiger. Panther pushing forwards aggressively, and they're calling in the fragmentation bombing. Looking to take out these team weapons. AT gun doesn't get out of there. Pack-Out he does, and that gets destroyed by the Panther. Squad going down there as well. Tiger is a thirst for blood, and he's getting a lot of kills. Oh, he gets out of the wrong side of the building, risks complete disaster, and he's sticking around for one more volley. Extremely greedy stuff. Jackson coming back in, so he's got to be careful. And there's action in the middle as well. Tiger nice too. He loses the Scott. And I have to say, why did he get a Scott? He's got 2 Pack-Outs already. You really need a Scott on top of that? That is just some terrible thinking. AV8 switching over to the P shooter, IS-2 pushing forwards, putting pressure on the Tiger. Oh, what happened to the pack? That looks like a destroyed pack right there. Looks like maybe it went down to the Tiger, I mean the IS-2. Tiger meanwhile pressuring. IS-2 pressuring now. The second Jackson, that's exactly what Pierre should have got. Oh! ElZocko calling in the planes, trying to buy a bit of breathing room for his Tiger. Forcing off the IS-2. IS-2 machine gun's going to reveal its position in the fog, so they're going to target that. But I feel like this was a little bit unnecessary. Didn't feel like he was in that much danger. Looks like he's switching over his Opal Blitz to this position. Safe one away from the fuel point. Captain, oh he's sneaking his way down. That's one of the good parts about the officers. The passive sprint that they get when out of combat makes them very powerful for capping. Looks like VonManteuffel gonna go for a Werfer. Okay, well, perhaps not quite as necessary as it was earlier, now that he's decrewed the MG42, destroyed the M1, but still will be nice to target those Pack-Outses. And it looks like he's gonna go for the steal on the machine gun right in front of the officer, but it's gonna get away, and here come the double Jacksons. Panther has to get out of there. Formation. See any rocks there? Me neither. Okay, Soviet armor coming back down the middle for another assault. Well, he's got a flare up as well, providing some sight. Knows that there's no pack nearby. The way is clear. Just has to deal with this machine gun first. Here comes the Tiger. There's a 4 still out back, requiring repairs. Grenade in, machine gun going down. Tiger doing its best to hold the line here. Oh, Werfer coming in down the middle. Conscripts take some damage. Still ticking. And here we go. Panther coming across to assist his teammate. Forcing back. Oh, but it's going to leave his Tiger a little bit exposed. The double Jacksons just blasting away. Panther could switch sides. He's got access to the Blitz as well. He pops it. Oh, I think it was only a grazing shot. Oh, but he's got the Shreks there. That's a difference maker. And now the Panther with the blitz closing in on the Vet 2 Jackson. And he gets the kill. Nice to see. Good use of the blitz to switch sides more rapidly. Here comes the IS-2 though. These tanks a little bit low, got the bazookas there in support as well. Ooh, Tiger stops, almost gets the kill on the Paras. Now we've got the P-47s coming in looking for the kill on the Tiger. Tiger low. When he gets it. Well timed there from Pierre, right. Just got the munitions. He takes full advantage. Oh boy. How going down in the center. IS-2 coming across. It's destroyed by the Stug. Where is the Zis? Oh yeah, that got destroyed. He pushed too fast forwards with it, I remember. And Tiger, pretty healthy, so is the Stug. Oh, Tiger about to hit a mine though. Still hasn't learned his lesson about minesweeping. After the last time. IS-2 getting a bit low here. Before it takes engine damage, can't continue the chase, but Stug could stay in there. Pierre Delecto still repairing up his Jackson, can't come to assist his ally. And yeah, I think I'd be tempted to go for a suicidal Stug run there, but looks like ElZocko gonna pull back. And Katyusha now out for bigrat. Do worry that the allies don't have enough anti-tank though after losing that Jackson, losing the Zis. There's quite a few vehicles. Fresh Tiger now. VonManteuffel. Molotov. Doesn't look like it's hitting too many models though. Tiger and Panther heading to the north. Akaui's days are numbered. Jackson is nearby. So is the IS-2 back up to full and then mobilizing. Akaui does end up getting decrewed though. Jackson and IS-2 missing here. Zuka's coming in from the other side. Not sure what the Werfer was targeting there. Maybe the conscripts, but they dodged forwards. And Manteuffel pulling back. Not enough damage to result in engine damage with that anti-tank grenade. Jackson also a little bit low now. Probably doesn't want to go in for the chase. Oh! Actually in the center. KV-8 kind of acting as a distraction while the IS-2 dishes out the pain. Once again, not quite enough damage on the Tiger before the AT grenade gets thrown there. Oh! Jackson coming across to assist though, a little bit safer. The center. Katyusha raining down, looking to decrew the machine gun. Almost got it. No, there it goes. Bazooka's coming down from the north. I don't think he'll be able to kill the Panzer IV from that amount of health, so he retreats. Maybe gonna get away? Looks like it. Whoa. Whoops. Yeah, that was a moment of carnage there. Oh, makes use of the stun shot. Stug is there to support, so doesn't really assist him too much. Kind of needs an SU-85 down the centre. Doesn't have the pop cap for it at the moment. This IS-2 getting some lucky shots. And here come the double Jacksons down the center. Stug goes down. Panther coming across, he gets one more shot whilst out of control. KV getting low. One shot from death there. Tiger meanwhile doing some damage on the far side, back up to full. IS-2 staying in there, gets a kill on the engineers right there. Takes engine damage though. Double Jackson's coming back in. Really needs his teammates Tiger to come down. It could just ruin this KV-8. And they're calling in the planes. Axis looking to get aggressive here. Tiger pushing in behind this. Shots missing from the Jackson on the move. Looks like he's not bringing it. He's continuing to push in the north. I think the planes might target the IS-2. No, maybe got out of there just in time. So once again, doesn't really get full value out of the stupid close air support planes. Morton Jackson coming across to dish it out to the Tiger. But the Shreks are there. Got to be careful. Here comes the Katyusha though, trying to get rid of the Shreks. They dodge forwards. Pick up another drop bar. He retreats them. Now Tiger is on the menu for the double Jacksons, chasing in after him. You really need those Shreks there to support. Where's the Panther? It's coming across now. Tiger popping the blitz a little bit too late and loses his Tiger to the double Jacksons. You really need to keep the Shreks there. Just let his Tiger get rid of the supporting infantry. Even though the Shreks were low, they wouldn't have been under too much threat. As long as the Tiger can take care of the infantry. Pop the blitz a little bit late as well. Panther coming in here for a crush, but unable to get it off. They're going to take some bazookas on the rear. Oh, heated fighting in the center. G43s versus the conscripts. Outnumbered though. Before coming in, that's risky. Jackson could be back there waiting. The bazooka's there. Looks like one shot from death. In fact, double bazookas could finish the job here. That one bounces, but still does marginal damage. Gets the main gun crit. Oh, is he going to lose his bazookas? Okay, no. Yeah, the announcer 200 for the Allies. Getting a bit low, but nothing too dire. Here comes the whiff again. And once again, a big whiff. Pretty easy to dodge it. A long time between the rockets launching and landing. Good dodge from Bigrat. Guys, I didn't mention this, but they got double munitions caches down. So Pierre Delecto's got the P-47s ready to go again. They could make a big difference in the next armor engagement. Tiger with engine damage, Stug slow in health. Here come the double Jacksons to back this up. This could be a big push for the Allies, especially if backed up by the P-47s. Stugs square out for some damage, trying to allow the Tiger to escape. This is the kind of moment you need the Stug close air support for. Stug getting out of there, but the double Jacksons now have their sights set on the Tiger. Here come the Shreks. Here comes the Panzer IV from the north, but the Tiger goes down. It's a real shame. That was highly vetted. There's 3 Jacksons now, in fact. Panther and Tiger come in from the rear, doing some good damage. But Stug going down. P-47s are in, so Axis can't go and chase down any of these low health Allied tanks. Or maybe they can, but it's risky. Tiger coming in. Got their sights set on this one. Incendiary artillery coming down in the center. One Jackson goes down. 47's going after the Panzer IV. Some damage. Before getting in there, but Oh boy, might be able to get the kill on the Katyusha. And he does. Trying to get on the rear of the IS-2 now. Tiger continuing to push forwards, but ends up going down to the IS-2. Shreks take too much damage, have to get out of there. Now the Tiger's pulling back. Both the Jacksons out back for repairs, so Tiger should be able to get away here safely. And did those P-47s get shot down already? It's a little bit lucky. I'm sure we don't have any flak pans on the field for either of the Axis, so they're just machine gun upgrades, they shot them down. Let's go for the kill on the decrew pack alley over there. Jackson's coming back across now. Manteuffel calling GG, but that's a risky one. Double Jacksons there. The conscripts to provide sight. The Jacksons outranging both of these tanks quite safely. The durable conscripts providing the sight. Pretty lucky bounces and misses so far though. The Axis tank's not taking much damage. Man, did this game freeze? Both these tanks not moving back? That might have been the case. No, and VonManteuffel calling the premature GG. The IS-2 still alive. Now it's going to be backed up by the Su-85. He cleared up a bit of pop gap space. That's the benefit of losing so many units, and those are going to counter these big boys very effectively. Okay, Werfer going forwards. Can he get a kill with this barrage? Oh, we got one. Nice. Is that 4 barrages now? 2 kills. It's going well. Bit of a lull in the action right now. Axis making a break down the far flank looking for the triple cap, but Allies not going to give up that easily. Here they come forwards for another assault. The Su-85 back there, not on focus sight mode yet though. I think that's a slight mistake. There's 2 back there with the 50 range. KV-8 putting pressure on the infantry, taking that beating, but it's soaking the damage nicely, and the Jackson's spitting out huge damage in return. Got the Ju-87s called in. It's too close air support planes. Doing some damage. One of the Tigers, 1 shot from death, or maybe 2. There it goes. Panther pushing in, so are the Shreks. But it looks like everything's going to get out of here for the Allies. Just have to stay out of the targeting zone. Looks like the planes are going to come for one more pass on the IS-2 as it was revealing itself in the fog. Shooting at them with its machine gun. But yeah, VonManteuffel getting a bit cocky there, paying the price, losing his Tiger. What is this Jackson doing over here? This is a weird... Maybe he's forgotten about it, or maybe his rally point's up here or something. He's just not paying any attention to this. Panther could easily go on for the kill here. Needs to pop the blitz. Pops the blitz a little bit late. Oh, but Jackson's so slow getting around the corner of that house. Easy pick off there. Pierre Delecto. Letting that one go a little bit easy. Not the kind of losses the Allies needed. So he's calling in a new squad of paratroopers. 35 back up to full. We get some free hits here on the Panther. Some incendiary artillery opening out the capture in the center as well. There's a Werfer though. He retreats, dodges that easily. Double Su-85s in the center. Oh boy. Big 1-2 punch onto the Stuk. Getting away, but the Tiger now in the Su-85 sight. Here comes the KV-8 also back up. think they might have to get creative, coming from a different angle, coming straight down the center in front of these WS-385s is not going to work out.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
A few misses here both ways. S-385's coming back down, and so do the Jacksons. Straight down the center. This is why you see so many elephants on this map. They can outrange these Allied tank destroyers. This is trouble for the Axis. Getting forced all the way back here. Double Jacksons, WS-385 with the IS-2 leading the way. And they are taking a hammering. Look at this Tiger. Melting. Everything's dying here for the Axis. IS-2 on a rampage, just nothing even scratching it. Takes out the Werfer now. Tiger next up. Here comes a fresh Tiger though. IS-2 might have overextended. Got triple tank destroyers, and that Tiger takes a hammering. Is probably going to go down here. Main gun critters. One shot from death. Fragmentation bombs come in, but the Tiger goes down all the way back at base. Couldn't make it out in time. Engine damage, and these tank destroyers a little bit low after those fragmentation bombs, but the Stug just takes a hammering immediately. It's a fragmentation shell. Not quite dead yet. Oh, there it goes. Panther wants to come in. Could clear up a couple of these tank destroyers. They'll take down one of the S-385s. Now backing up. In come the Shreks. This is what the Allies needed. Some handheld anti-tank to force back these tank destroyers. Or some packs. And there we go. The Panther trying to poke. But that's just too much damage. Ends up going down as well. So one of the S-385s going down to the Shreks there. But he instantly rebuilds it. Now look at the army size for the Axis. VonManteuffel has to be regretting his early GG call, because he especially just got smashed in that battle. Too confident in the power of this Tiger and not willing to look to some alternative forms of anti-tank. Similarly, I don't think the Stugs are working out too well. And the Axis have been... we did see VonManteuffel playing a lot in the north earlier, but in those last few battles they've just been running straight down the center, and running into those tank destroyers hasn't been working out well for them. Need to come up with a different angle. Mortar barrage cooldown, but I think the artillery officer a little bit too low to win the fight. KV-8 coming in. Looking for the white maybe? No. Tiger back up. This one somehow got away. I thought that was dead for sure, but IS-2's got unfinished business. And now we're seeing some AT guns coming in for ElZocko. This is a good time for them. They're not up against any indirect fire. The Katyusha died. The pack howies are also dead. The AT guns have a lot of room to work. They're struggling to penetrate at the moment. Here come the planes. Could lose the KV-8 here. There it goes. Nice pick off there from the Axis. That's exactly what they needed to get back into this game, and that buys a lot more breathing room for the packs as well. Don't have to worry about them getting torched out by the KV. Oh, but he didn't pull this pack all the way back, and that's going to get decrewed. Maybe. Oh, he gets out to the side of the flames. Nice. They are way pushed back. Allies with the triple cap now. They're draining fast. Engaging enemy armor, then doesn't engage enemy armor. Interesting. Tiger back up to full. Axis with no fuel at the moment either, so that's really hurting them, especially VonManteuffel, who really just needs to get a pack as well. Got the pinning planes down the side. Another KV-8 coming in for bigrat. Tiger pushing down the center, but the Su-85 is there to meet it. Double packs moving to position on that though. Takes a lot of damage. Pierre engineers are forwards. Double packs just out of range here. No. We go for some attack grounds, but they don't. In comes the incendiary artillery on the double packs again. Try to dodge out of that. And we do. Oh, double packs. Gotta be careful. Nice to using the fragmentation shell. Could use the target weak point here. That would be really nice. Stunning the IS-2 in front of these double packs. Oh boy, the double Jacksons sneak around the corner, find the low health Tiger, finish it off.
One of our panzers has been
And
destroyed.
VonManteuffel just really falling apart here in the late game. Floating a huge amount. Clearly, if he doesn't have the fuel for the Tiger, he doesn't know what he's doing.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
ElZocko also floating up a bit. Bigrat calling the GG back. Oh no, the low health pack's going down to the KV-8 here. But yeah, worrying signs here from VonManteuffel. Especially the way he played with his last Tiger and his play after that really did not do too well.
Foes are behind our lines. Headquarters attacked.
Chishu's there, gets away. KV-8 pushing all the way forwards, and there we go, the Axis throw in the towel. Well, pretty fun bout. A lot of dueling. A lot of tank duels. Pierre Delecto, questionable strategies at time, a little bit lacking in control, and especially getting that Scott. That was such a bad choice when he's lacking an AT gun, already had 2 pack ounces. It's completely unnecessary. Allies got quite far behind because of that. But then at the end, Axis keep going for Tigers, keep running them down the center, and keep running into 4 tank destroyers, 2 Su-85s, 2 Jacksons, and just getting hammered. Really needed to come up with another angle of approach, get some more infantry-based AT earlier on, some packs, some more Shreks to assist. And yeah, just better use of the Werfer also should be necessary. Well, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you like your gameplay cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.